Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 11 playoff action. It's the Losers Bracket Semifinals. And with me tonight is a man very, and I do mean very familiar with deep playoff runs in League of Lads. I believe you've made the top 3 5 times. It's two-time Lads champion, KU. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to catch this game. It's pretty deep in the playoffs. These are hopefully should be some of the best matches so far this season.
Because you've been here. I mean, you've been in the champion seat twice. You've made a number of deep playoff runs. You know what it's like to play in these deep playoff series, and this is where the top teams of the season truly prove it. I mean, Bouche and whatever, both have been very, very good this season. Both have had a number of significant playoff wins. One might even say upsets in the playoffs to get here. But again, this late in the season, it's not even upsets anymore. It's now you're just proving you're the better team. And we got Bouche, the Hobbs captained unit. I mean, this is Hobbs' best team for sure at this point. I mean, they've gotten at long last some really sick core players to play along with this team, and we're at the point now where, I mean, this Bouche team is a really interesting team in terms of their early game aggression. Whatever is almost the opposite, where they're an extraordinarily stable team. You've played against DKMP's teams. You know how he operates. It's play it slow, play it stable, pick some spirits, play the high ground defense, play the macro game. So it's going to be interesting seeing how these two teams match up tonight.
Yeah, I think what you just said definitely rings true. I think when I play against whatever, we always just win basically, and I think it's because they play this style of holding high ground, waiting around, going late game, and I think my team is always we call ourselves late game kings, and that's like our way of coping when we're losing early game. But I do think there's some truth to it, and going against teams that'll let us go late game, I think, has always been good for us. So I think whatever is a good matchup for us. But this team, they're a little, I think, are they different from last season? Are they 4 out of 5?
It's 4 out of 5 for whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So they have been together for a few seasons now, and I think they've done better every season, I want to say. I mean, Hobbs was on the first iteration of the whatever team, I think, so there's a little... These guys are familiar with each other, I'm sure.
It was originally Artem, DKMP, and Hobbs as the 3 cores, and that was a scary team that ultimately flamed out in playoffs. Couldn't put together at the end.
Yeah, we played them in their playoff run, and we kind of rolled them.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Yeah, but both of these players or these teams have they split up from that, Hobbs and DKMP, and they both found themselves here. So I guess it's working out. The draft so far, DP, Tree, Tiny, all very good heroes. Whatever chose Visage, which on 8 is a pretty good time to pick it, I'd say, but also I'm not sure if this hero is first phase material, and I don't know that it's fantastic against Tree. I think it's okay against DP, but we'll have to see. I assume this is their dual off lane, Tiny Visage, which is a strong lane. You get some nukes, get some stuns. But we'll have to see if they're able to fight this Treant, who's a very strong +5 right now.
Like, if anyone's been watching either the games I've been casting or the games I've been playing in the Lad House, they know my opinions on Tree. I load into the games. Hero's like 95 damage. I'm just like instantly saying like 95 damage. It's a lot of damage. Incredibly good at trading with every 4 in the game. Incredibly good at denying if you want to do the double deny thing that a lot of good teams do. So you have a lot of great options there with Tree.
Yeah, and some people want to drag against it. Like, you don't want to fight this guy, 90 damage. He's just gonna click you on the wave. So try and buy boots, drag the wave. Maybe Tiny will do that. I'm not sure how successful it'll be though, because this hero also has access to 2 slows, which can be annoying. They go Spirit Breaker. I imagine this will be offlane DP now.
Mm.
with the Spirit Breaker pick. It's probably still open, but you you have dual sub melees, assuming this is Spirit Breaker support. So it's probably likely that the offlaner will be ranged here. So you could expect DP offlane. They can still, switch it to mid, if they see a different matchup they want. But then you might run into having double melee with Spirit Breaker, which can be a little awkward in the lane. I'm interested to see whatever we'll pick here. I would choose probably the carry and the 5. I think every 5 is pretty much open still. Treant got picked, but no other subs have really been banned. The carry pool is a little smaller. Drow and Sniper both good against DP. Both got banned. Naga also good against DP, banned. I think the TB looks pretty good here. I know it's kind of a meme, but I think this hero's pretty good against everything that Radiant has right now. It kills DP with Scotty in its range. You buy Manta for tree, and then Spirit Breaker, who charges heroes on lanes, can't find TB a lot of the times because of he's farming with illusions. And Oracle TB is a good combo. You can save him to Sunder, but we'll see where they decide to go with this Oracle pick.
I'm happy that both these teams are to an extent ignoring what is considered the quote unquote meta trends. I mean, look at like DP. Hobbs probably the only player who's really playing DP at this point in the playoffs. You look at Spirit Breaker, that's a Kubrick classic. You look at Oracle, that's a Fox classic. You look at Visage, that's a Webby classic. These are teams that are sticking with their comfort zone, saying, you know what? We don't care about the meta. We don't even care about what's good against their other heroes stylistically. We want our heroes. We want to be on our best selections going into this pivotal top 4 playoff losers bracket series. So it's gonna be. I mean, I think both teams get what they wanted so far in the draft. Yeah, this is definitely what they wanted.
Yeah, that Morphling seems like it might be the pick just because you kind of like range heroes against DP that buy Scotty. And Sniper Drow are the 2 go-tos. They're both out. And then I was just kind of looking down the list of what else could be there. And Morph comes up. One thing is I don't love Oracle Morph in a lane. Just generally 2 range heroes can be awkward, and Morph doesn't want to always be in the front. So having something like Undying is really good for your lane, but we'll have to see how they do with Oracle Morphling, assuming they don't put Tiny Top or whatever.
Afterglow's got a strong Morphling, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it'll be an interesting landing phase for sure. I mean, Bouche loves just running it down, running teams over if they can really get things going. And Spirit Breaker's a hero who loves to play from ahead after a good landing phase.
Yeah, I think they should pick their carry here. Drow is out, which is good against Morph. Even Naga also good against Morph. These 2 are out, so TB buys a Scotty. Doesn't really care about anyone on Dire right now. That's what I would do. It's a great lane with Tree. And they go for Storm Spirit.
Interesting. I mean, I know people love to, speaking of memes, people love to meme about DKMP being a Spirit player, but Sui, again, is one of those middle laners that has like a really sort of prototypical middle laner pool, likes his spirits, really loves Queen of Pain. That one's banned this game, but this is definitely a Sui hero for sure.
I mean, I am interested to see whatever we'll do against this. I think, DKMP being a Spirit guy, I imagine he'll have some idea what to do against this. We could see Ember. Some people like Ember. Puck could be okay if he plays it. Yeah, Ember's gonna get banned. I honestly would not hate the Tiny being a mid here. I like Tiny against Storm a lot. I think the lane's really easy. You just deny with trees, and you have 2 ways to get the Storm off you if he ever threatens you. And then you can kill him, and Avalanche is really good for catching Storm the whole game. Other options, they could go Tusk. Is still in the pool. I just realized. Really late in the draft, it's still in, so they could look at that. Kind of similar to Tiny, but I think Tiny might just be a little better against Storm than Tusk. Um,
10 seconds remaining.
I kind of want someone that'll go in. Tusk, Tiny, these guys are in the front. You have a Morphling who's kind of wants to wait around, find his opening. And Visage just like can run in, but he's not gonna like run in and kill stuff really. He can like get on one guy, but he's just gonna be hitting with his birds. He can tank some spells, but yeah, Void Spirit, that's the other one. It's like similar to Ember. I think the matchup is probably better for Storm against Void than Ember. I think Ember's a little better against Storm, but it's still okay for Void. And I think Storm is not that great of a hero right now.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see. These guys could like anti-mage or something.
I don't know about that one.
TV is still cool.
I like that.
Pudge just got banned. Never mind. Slark looks pretty good here. I think it's a little weird against Visage. Like Visage doesn't really kill you, but if they like rotate a lot of heroes to Slark's lane with the Visage 6, they can just kill your tower, which Slark isn't a huge fan of.
Mm-hmm.
They could even go Lifestealer, which it's like, oh, Morphling is a counter to Lifestealer, but I think they have a Spirit Breaker, a Storm Spirit. It's like, it's okay, and they go PL.
Actually, I like this pick a lot.
Yeah, I think I like the illusion champions against what Dire has. I think TV with the Scotty is good, but PL can also get there. Yeah, I think a lot of this game will be on this DP. She should have a good lean, and then we'll have to see if Dire can stop her snowball, because they're going to have a Storm zipping around and a Spirit Breaker who can help out Tree and heal. So this DP should just go crazy. And if Dire's not able to bring her down in the early game and they lose their towers, might be a hard game. But I think they can also do something similar with Visage. Like Visage can run at the other towers, and we'll have to see who's able to defend that, if Tree is able to stall. And PL looks like he should be able to carry this game if it goes late. So yeah, I think both drafts are cool, and not a huge advantage to either side going into this, I think.
I disagree. I think this Bouche draft matches up really well here. I think stylistically, I like the way that this PL timing is going to work. I think it'll just be able to straight up win the game when the PL's online. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, should be exciting.
Well, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of the League of Legends Season 11 Losers Bracket Semi-Finals. We're in the top 4. Winner goes on to play aggressively PMA, and a very strong Biko is Smiling Squad in the Losers Finals. Loser, of course, goes home at 4th place. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the 2-time last champion, KU, Mr. Former Portland Burnsider at that, and hopefully we're in for a good time.
Yeah. There could be some action level 1. There's 4 guys on Dire running down, but he skilled Tree first on Tiny just to hit creeps in the lane, so we'll see. And it looks like Radiant's doing something similar. This guy on Spirit Breaker, he goes Soul Ring.
Yeah.
He did this in an in-house game. I don't know if this is good. I think this item is like really trash. But he seems to like it. The stats are okay. It's very expensive and doesn't give you move speed, which Spirit Breaker really wants some move speed.
Yeah, I think the build-up's nice. I mean, it's +6 strength. I mean, you add armor to heroes already quite tanky, so I guess the build-up makes him want to do that. And if he's already buying 2 gauntlets in a ring, you might as well buy the Soul Ring, right?
Yeah, there's a lack of mangoes in this game. Popular trend right now in the DPC is people are spamming the shit out of mangoes, carries, offlaners, some subs. Both carries, no mangoes to start. You can just like buy 2 and fly yourself tangos, or just get pooled some by yourself. But neither of these guys are opting to do that.
It's almost like the old build where people are, spamming out like wands and branches, like the old Team Tundra build, not the new Team Tundra build.
Yeah, and these builds are still good. I mean, get some stats if you just want to CS. As bottom, there's a little fighting.
Yeah, I mean,
This
Tree's
Visage.
doing tree stuff. I don't think he's almost dead
die.
here.
He has a fairy fire.
That's it. That's first
He
blood.
still dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big heads up play there from Webby and Yax, punishing this Tree's aggression. Says, you know what? We don't care that you have 94 damage. We can kill you.
Yeah, I think that's one thing with Visage is very strong skirmisher early in the game. And even without the Tiny having a stun, they were able to just click the tree down. He was tanking creeps with 1 armor. And he went Oov on tree, which I don't know if I love that.
I think the
Maybe he
idea
got
is to like
punished.
get like these win the 1v1s with Tiny, but the problem is Tiny's not really giving him 1v1s, you know?
Yeah, and Dyer's just playing together here, and that's a good point, because Tiny sometimes would like to drag in a lane like this, but they just played it straight up, and maybe the tree wasn't expecting that, so maybe his items weren't suited for how the lane actually played out. I'll be interested to see how mid goes. Usually this is just like, you farm, you CS, and then level 6 and the runes is when stuff can like happen usually. So we'll see if any supports help out mid. There's a charge, there's a Tiny you can walk over. But right now, very even. Just normal mid lane things.
Of course, of course. It's probably a good thing that we're getting a relatively even middle lane. I mean, it is expected. It's a skill-based matchup, so we shouldn't see either of these two mid laners get too far ahead or behind. I know both of these mid laners finished in the top 5 of the MVP poll for their position. Boldex put out one of the polls for positional MVPs. Both DKMP and Sui finished in the top 5, if memory serves. So, again, both very good mid laners.
Yep. Both playing Spirit Heroes. This is how God intended the mid lane to be.
I miss the days of
gold.
like Queen of Pain versus Magnus. Those are good days. Those are great days.
And it seems like Radiant is just pulling the waves top. This is the Spirit Breaker pulled the second wave. Fox actually aggroed the hard camp and killed the range creep, which was really good. But I don't know that Radiant should be pulling the wave here. You're against a Morphling early levels. I feel like if they just play the lane straight up, it's Oracle Morph. Like, these guys are absolute, like, pathetic laners early. And DP, one of the strongest. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laners. This hero's broken all lane.
Yep. You would know.
and-
You definitely would know.
You hit level 6 and you have like the best ult in game, and yeah. So I feel like Radiant should just be playing this straight up. They're kind of giving Morphling a good game. Spirit Breaker's getting a lot. And he has 8 CS, almost as much as DP here. And I think Oracle should be following Spirit Breaker, but Fox is opting to pull instead. This is going to be their second pull, which is okay, but I think they're missing some XP in between the towers.
Bottom lane, Avalanche on, yes sir. He'll doppel and attempt to run on away. Yax cannot find the real PEL. A little bit of illusion micro going on over there, so everyone's fine in the bottom lane for now, but we may see a kill very soon. Both cores are quite low right now. Nature's Grass is in from Black Frat, but Webby is a little bit too far away for the kill.
Yeah. Looks like Void Spirits has a little edge on CS here. Admit, not a huge margin, but just interesting to see.
I think
Top lane.
Sui went for that kill attempt earlier, and had Sui gotten the kill on Storm, would have been an absolutely huge win to get, but in getting that kill attempt, cost him a lot of mana, and DKMP did not die. May have affected the CSing a little bit, but haven't been watching the mid too much.
Yeah, top lane, this DP is just like sucking the morph and walking at him, which I feel like could have been happening the last 5 minutes, but just the wave pulling by SB has. And now he's charging mid.
Yeah, I mean, DKMP level 6,
Void.
Swede's level 5 right now. Vortex in. DKMP's half
one
HP,
creep,
Swede's a
yeah.
third HP. Kubrick is on the way in for the charge. Simile is not skilled. He has one step remaining, but he's bashed! Big heads up bash there from Kubrick, our good old friend. RNG in a skill-based game, and as a result, Fritos? Not enough damage. Nowhere near enough. Yax wants this kill. He's tossing forward, but no, the raindrops keep Sui alive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now the rune top for Storm, but they don't see it. They don't have a ward. He
Wait a
might
minute.
die here.
Okay, Avalanche a little bit off from Yax. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. It is kind of a farm fest until around level 6 in the runes, and we see the support coming in. So Storm's able to get a kill that boosts his game. But DP is left alone for a bit, so Morph is able to get to level 5. He went Perseverance first. I really like this build on Morph, where you go Perseverance, you spam out your W in lane. In this game, Linken's is like good against Spirit Breaker. It doesn't really block much else, but it's still very good against SP, so maybe he'll opt for that later.
It is a charge forward. Kubrick and Hobbs want the kill, but a little bit too fast in the Morphling, so no death there.
Interesting thing, bottom lane. This PL has starting items right now, and he is flying a Midas.
Whoa, okay. I mean, this is a play we have seen Yesser doing a couple different heroes, going for that, first item, pure Midas rush, but the PL is certainly an interesting one.
I mean, if this PL goes late game, he should carry the game. Like, it's a very good PL game. It was last picked, so this will, get him farmed as they go on the Visage here.
Yeah, Webby's in a lot of danger. He'll attempt to get away, but the kill will go to nobody yet. Kubrick is diving, needs one bash, but can't find it quite yet. Webby's a little bit too fast with the Grave Chill move speed, so no death there on Webby. Somehow gets away from that death, which is, if you're Webby, you're saying, hey, I'm not dead. Mission accomplished. All is well. That's a 3v1. I survived.
Yeah. And Void Spirit got regenerate, so maybe he'll make a play with this, or maybe just farm down his mana. We'll see. Storm going Arcanes, and he has Bloodstone queued up. Kind of an old school build, but we'll see if he actually ends up doing this. I have not seen this. I've seen like a 4th item Bloodstone on Storm. When you activate it, you zip through, you do some damage, you can get a lot of mana back, but I have not seen a Bloodstone rush in years, and especially not with this iteration of Bloodstone.
Maybe DKMP is some item build beyond that. He's gonna go for. He has a Kai or not DKMP. Sorry, Sui has an item. It's a Kai in his quick buy now, so he's changed it up already.
Yeah, I think a lot of Storms. Well, I say a lot, but by a lot I mean the 2 Storm Spirits I've seen in this patch. I think they were in Western EU DPC. I don't remember who it was. Someone went like Witchblade.
This time Webby's going to die. Dove under that tower. Yax is nearby. I don't think they can keep the Visage alive for too much longer. Toss up the PL. She PL's forced to drop. Webby actually gets away here. Kubrick wants this dive, cannot finish it. PL's dropping. Fox wants to kill. Doesn't have the vision. We have the familiars. Familiars are now trying to chase down this PL. The PL is still being kept alive. PL is low. The Soul Assumption will finish the kill. Blackfrath wants a counter kill, but Visage is still being regened by Fox. Webby will turn up the familiar stuns. DKMP TPs in. Blackfrath is running. Remnant hits. 2 kills for whatever. And they have 3 kills on the board, and suddenly this is a big fight to win bottom lane. PL down. Your Void Spirits evolved. The big win right there.
Yeah, I actually think this is like really terrible what Radiant is doing right now. Their PL rushed no items Midas, and they're just playing around him. They're just tri-laning him. They're trying to fight. Where in the top lane, they have a level 7 DP, strongest hero in the game. And
We're
they
not
could
done
just,
yet.
like,
Bottom lane again. Webby again the target. And this time, at long last, after 4 attempts, Webby has been defeated. Yax is a new target, currently trying to run away from a 1v3. Courier brought down the hero not long after that double kill for Sui on the Storm Spirit. And during all that, the top T1 was brought down by Hobbs, so some good plays across the map there for Bouche. They're now up to a 2k net worth lead thanks to those 2 plays, and they want one more kill on DKMP. He's stunned by Kubrick, though nowhere really in danger of death quite yet. And a nice little friendly tip even comes out on that one.
Yeah. The last part of my point was going to be, if they are going to play bottom, PL is not going to do anything here, right? He can, like, bait some spells with this W. And if they actually want to fight bottom, they need to bring Storm. And they finally do, and it works out. So you either go play your subs with your DP, or you bring your Storm to this whatever is happening bottom. And they figured that out, and they got top tower, so it ends up working out for Radiant. But I think Dire could look to do something here while DP ult is down, but maybe they're just gonna farm. Looks like Webby is just hitting Ancients here.
Yep. It's
So we'll see.
it's a farm game for whatever. It's what they do a lot. It's get 3 farm cores, farm it out, split the map, and again, a lot of it does involve Webby getting whatever CS he can. Wasn't the greatest laning phase from him. There's a lot of pressure put on with the rotations from Kubrick, so it's a bit of recovery time now for the Visage.
Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good for Radiant. If their DP ult is down and nothing is happening on the map, and they have a Midas, I think Radiant feels pretty good. The one thing that they have to watch out for is right now, Visage got his mech. Mid lane, nothing's happening. Visage got his mech. If Dire groups around this guy and starts snowballing the game, this could be like Dire's way back into this game. They're not down by a huge margin, but you kind of want something to change for Dire right now.
As long as they can keep like this 2k 3k sort of deficit and not fall further behind for the next, I don't know, 25 minutes, and I think they're chilling. I mean, they're... Oh, the only problem is Midas PL is going to probably make that net worth lead larger as time goes on. I mean, he's already up to Yasha, Treads, Midas. He's not done farming anytime soon, so it could be a slight problem, this PL farming.
Yeah. Void Spirit is going Orchid. He bought a Robe of Magi. Maybe he was thinking going Kaya or Witchblade. Also, yeah, I don't know what's going on for Dai right now. This Visage got mech. It's been 2 minutes and nothing. They've brought no one to him, and they lost his tower to a PL. This looks really weird to me. Oracle, not really a hero that can do anything. She just sits behind whoever, but yeah, I think with Tiny they could look to make a play somewhere. And now it looks like they're grouping mid. But DP has ult again. DP has mech also. So we'll have to see. But right now, I think if something doesn't change, it's looking really bad for Dire.
It's one of those things where I've had either Kubrick or Blackfrat, they're both just sitting mid, defending this tower, making it very hard to take, so... It's really hard for them to group up around the mid tower, and again, we've seen Webby make a couple of posts at the bottom lane, but... Seems like Bouche have a great read of the map right now. They're just outmaneuvering right now. It is, again. I think whatever went into it content with this style of Dota 2, it's play, because that's how they've won their series literally all season, literally every season. You play the slow macro Dota and you make the better late game decisions, but again, with the way that Hobbs drafted here, Hobbs like, hey, You can do this. My Midas BL will farm. I'm chilling. I'll win this game late game. My team will own you. And I'm not sure if whatever are ready to really have that initiative and force things in the way that our team might be able to, you know?
Yeah, a slow style, where you want to go late, can struggle when you.
You don't win late. Yeah, mid lane Kubrick is dead, by the way, but maybe that'll be what we need to start breaking some map at this point. With that main middle lane defender dead, perhaps it could be a mech Visage with siege unit attempt on mid T1 tower. Problem is, look who TP's in is Death Prophet. It's defense time, though the offense will not relent quite yet. Orchid on Blackfrath, Remnant from DKMP, Silence went on 3, but not onto the Void Spirit. Overgrowth comes in on 2, Swee balls in, looking for Oracle. A good target to kill, and Oracle is dead. Webby's in the run, ball in by Swee, down goes 2, down goes 3, double kill for the Storm Spirit, and the Axe is in a lot of danger, and he run down by way too many heroes. 4 for 0 rout in favor of the side of Bouche. And not only is it a 4 for 0, that will be a free middle lane T1 tower.
Yeah. Morph is farming. The problem is, Morph against PL is like PL favored, like pretty hard. And he went Lincoln's first, so he's not going to be ready to fight for a while. And the other team has a Midas on their carry. So I'm not exactly sure when this Morph's timing is going to be. He has a Manta queued up, but with just Manta, I don't know who he will really be able to kill. Storm's going Bloodstone. I think he has it, actually. I'll be interested to see how this works out. I haven't seen this exact build.
I mean, it does restore mana on the Remnant, so maybe it's pretty decent.
Yeah, it makes you pretty tanky. He doesn't have any attack speed. He didn't get the talent either, so he won't be getting out as many overload procs probably. But maybe if you're in the fight for longer with Bloodstone, it's more damage or comparable damage. So we'll see.
Well, this mid T1 tower again remains alive. Blackfrath with living armor. Kubrick is no longer there, but now it's Swee and Blackfrath in the defense. So there have been no T1 towers taken by the whatever side, which again, you have a Visage you often want to do, but so far has not been successfully. The bot T1 tower is somewhat healthy. The mid T1 tower is somewhat healthy. Again, whatever have to do something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but I think they have to make some kind of play work at some point. Well, Swee has been rooted middle lane. Problem is, damage is not quite in range. Afterglow is with a double damage and rune in hand, walking up to this high ground area, and just like that, it's time to run away. So we're back to farming for whatever, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. This is the player we're looking for. It's a 4-man smoke gank from this dire tri-camp area. DKMP perhaps leading the way. Looking at dire vision, we see only Phantom Lancer. We'll see a courier. That'll be DP's courier. Good target bottom lane. We see Webby showing middle lane. Perhaps a bit of a feint here. It's insane. You're right.
Like they're farming 3 Raves on Radiant, and this DP is just like walking towards a tier 2, and she feels comfortable doing this because Dire hasn't made a play in 19 minutes.
Right, they are going to kill Hobbs, I believe. I mean, they're siphoning up, but again, I don't think you live on this one. Yeah, Remnanted in by DKMP in the 4v1. Blackfrath arrived, but not in time. Perhaps there may be vengeance. Kubrick is charging, but I think Swee cancel his TP, so that will be the end of our aggression and defensive maneuvers bottom lane. At long last, we may see this bottom T1 tower perish. Hobbs is picking it, so are whatever, but I believe it will be the dire side to take this tower at long last.
Yeah, this feed is like really terrible from Hobbs. Like, the one way you lose this game is like dying stupidly like that. And it is a lot of space. It took them a long time to kill him, but like, you don't need to be that far up. And a hero like DP, every time, as an offlaner, it's not as bad, but every time you feed, it's like slows down your game a lot because you want to be applying pressure using your ult to get objectives.
Oh, that is a pick off bottom lane. It's only a tree and protector, but every little bit of gold counts. You know, after listening, you know what? I'm pushing out the bottom lane. I'll add extra tree to my farm rotation, extra value creep. So that is
Yeah.
some farm to get there.
And this Morphling, his build is not built for killing people, so any kills he gets, any little boost to his economy, really matters. And he got both kills, which is nice. He's on his way to his Manta. You need a Manta against Tree. You need probably a Scotty or a BKB or an Ags. I'm not sure exactly what he'll opt to go for, but you need another item before you're really strong enough to kill people. Be scary.
What's the interaction between Morph Ags and like a PL illusion? Do you steal the illusion stats and then you get the stats PLs and lose them, or how exactly does that work?
I'm pretty sure PL you can ult an illusion, and PL the main hero will lose stats also.
What?
I'm pretty sure. I think I had it happen to me as Terrorblade, where my illusion is just in the lane for my W, and the guy just like ults it. Maybe it was my Manta, I don't remember, but I feel like that's how it works, which is weird.
That sounds kind of wild. Yeah, is there anything like that in Dota that works like that? Other than
No,
that?
probably spreading misinformation actually. But I'm sure someone in Twitch chat knows. I think Radiant should go Roche. Like Dire's been playing bottom. They got 2 kills down there. They're holding the bottom side of the map, and they can just like DP ult the Roche because there's three Dire heroes showing on this top tier 2. And you imagine Morpheus bottom side, but Storm's supporting bottom now.
And the EXO is online if Hob wants to go walk on in. The bottom lane, Orchid on Sui. Bloodstone has been activated, but he's not live for long enough. Morph into Storm from Africa. He'll get that stolen Vortex to bring down the Storm. And again, you mentioned how Morph, not really a battle build, but another kill added to his collection. 3-0-0 on the Morphling. Africa is doing all he can right now. Meanwhile, into the river, it's an overgrowth on 3. The Dire, caught on a lot of heroes. Oracle being run down by PL. Tree is silenced. In comes Hobbs. Tossed up on Blackfrat. Exo from Hobbs. Blackfrat is dead, but in comes Vengeance. DKMP has been saved by Fox. The classic combination over to Yax. A much less durable target. He's being run down by the XO DP. Meanwhile, DKB has been charged and gets away. Nair Strike gets pump faked and cancelled. Yax falls. The remainder of whatever will now begin to walk away. It's a 2-for-1 across the map. Quite a good fight, actually, for the side of whatever.
I mean, this is how the game should be going. Like, they should just click DP ult and win the game. Then it should be near Roche, and then they should kill Roche. Like, PL can solo it. When you have hard on PL, you can just kill Roche. It'll take you a while, because he went Yasha hard, but it will die, and you have a DP who's ulti, so you guys can do this. You know, give it to Storm. Storm is traditionally like the best Aegis carrier. You know, maybe there's some, oh, what about Spectre or whatever, but like this hero's really good with Aegis.
Orchid again on Sui against no defensive item. Kubrick has the charge, and Sui barely balls away in time. And now it's whatever caught under a T1 tower. Yes, sir, runs in the big bad Phantom Lancer, but they'll actually let whatever get away. There was not enough chase. Storm did not want to ball in there on low HP, so relatively inconsequential fight despite all the theatrics there.
Yeah, I think he should have died there, but
oh, here we go again. Charge on in, ball in by Sui. Sui looks for Oracle. Nairstrike is there as well on Oracle, but now Sui tossed up. He balls back. Fox on the run again as well. Yes, sir, still running in. The Shadow Amulet saves Fox for the time being. The detection is currently lacking. Radiant move to the Dire side, Tricamp on the retreat. After Lola runs forward, Yax has Blink available. Orchid comes in on Blackfrat. Dire focus down Tree. Kubrick charges in, stunning on 2 heroes. Silence is there on 2 as well. The remainder of Bouche, having lost their 5, will disengage. Again, another minor fight win for whatever.
Yep, and another kill for Morph. All of these kills, they really add up. Like, he's going Yanks now, so we'll probably see the interaction. We'll figure out exactly what it does here. And he's charging top wave.
So according to Twitch chat, my Twitch chat denizens, that is how it works. You ulti the illusion, and it ruins PL's day. And again, these are carry players as well, so I believe them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Also, PL is going Diffusal, like third, fourth item. It's gonna get it at like 27 minutes or something, which is interesting. Heart makes him invincible, right? Like, Dire cannot kill this guy. And so he chose to like go Yasha Heart after his Midas, and then battle. But
Kubrick is we are going on in on DKMP, and well, they punish actually. He used the Orchid on Spirit Breaker, thinking, oh, I'll just Orchid Spirit Breaker, he's going for a solo play, but it's Sui finishing the kill with no Orchid available. Easy kill there on Void Spirits. Big play there from Bouche.
yeah, this SP just like walked up Shadow Bladed, like no vision. Like DKMP's pinging the cliff, like, oh, they saw me here, but he actually just like walked in, and now they placed the ward after. But you know, they didn't have a sentry down on Dire, and they're able to just set up this nice little kill on Void Spirit. And Dire's going for this, or Radiant's going for this Dire bottom tower, which is cool and all, but I still feel like they should have Roche like 10 minutes ago, like 7 minutes ago or
So
something.
what is Roche good for, KU? It's getting the Aegis to survive, right? But if you don't die, then you don't need immortality.
That's true, but the thing is, you want second Aegis, because the
Free
shard's really
shard,
good.
yeah.
It's great on DP. It looks like he's buying it. Storms is good. I mean, yeah, it's just good. And when you're closing out the game, if you don't get it with second Roche, you get it with third Roche. And then the biggest thing is they have Visage on Dire. So they always have the threat of getting Aegis. And when you're winning a game, one of the worst things you can do is let the other team sneak Roche. And you know, one way to not let him sneak Roche is like, oh, hang out by Roche, oh, you know, keep him out of there. But the best way to stop him is just get Aegis yourself. They can't sneak Roche if you have Aegis. So, you know, Dire loses this bottom tier 2. This tower is like, who cares, whatever. And then they use DP ult, so they just walk into the pit. And this is the kind of stuff that Dire has to do to make their way back into this game. And I feel like Radiant is just like, they know they had a good early game. Dire's like letting this Midas PL just farm, but I feel like Radiant's playing a little sloppy with their lead, and they should still like win this game easily. But they're kind of like checking off the boxes of bad stuff you can do to possibly find yourself in a more difficult game here. But PL's still very fat. He went back for Diffusal, as I was saying. It's great against Morphling. It's one of the reasons PL is so good against Morph. You can burn all his mana. He can't waveform out. Maybe he can't shift if you really burn it all.
There is still the buy shard. Actually, no, you can't. I was gonna say buy shard would be helpful, but it wouldn't completely solve the problem there because you still run out of mana eventually. You just do it while you're stunned during, say, Spirit Breaker stun. But
Yeah. This bottom lane.
Kubrick is actually a cycle on this hero. Another strike is there on DKMP. Sweet balls in from medium range. Another big kill there on DKMP. And again, DKMP lacks that defensive item, so there's no way out of that one but death.
Yeah. I actually despise this playing against Spirit Breaker. That's one of the reasons I started playing TB. I was so mad about Spirit Breakers killing me because I'm just like a dumbass in the side lane.
Ooh, wrap around gank from a Yax. Problem is, EPS Hexo, this T2 tower is dead. After those forced to run away, charge comes through from Kubrick. Avalanche is there on two, but in comes Sweet from long range. But morphs up again. Overgrowth will be there on two heroes. Correction, more than that. Even charge once again goes through the back lines. Fox is dead. Yax is under attack. It'll be two dead at the very least on the whatever side. Afterglow is trying to hold the high ground. Yax is now perished. There's currently 3 dead, and Hobbs has run into the high ground. Cores are flooding into the base. The glyph comes out, but at this point, Radiant are triumphant in this team fight. Morph and Visage will attempt to defend. DKMP is respawned. He's TPing into the fight. It could be a rough retreat, or it could not be. It will definitely not be. Never mind. It'll be illusions taken down by DKMP.
Yeah.
This feels
Good
clinical. It
fight
really
by-
does.
By Radiant, you know, you get DP ult, you run at the objective. That's how you do it. That's why this hero, I my team always picking this hero because it makes the game so simple. You get the green ghost flying around and you run it down. You don't have it, you chill out, you wait. Your support dies in the side lane in that time, that kind of stuff.
I mean, there was a
So
5-season stretch in Lads where everybody feared your team picking Green Ghost and playing it like 6 different players over 5 different seasons and just winning constantly with it. There's a reason why I did.
And now Dire smoking up. This is what you have to do against DP. Her ult is down. You run in, you pray. She has Greaves because she's an offlaner and like Spirit Siphons and tanks everything, so it doesn't matter anyway. But this is your chance to try and do something. PL has a full Scotty now. This is the other part of PL. Really good against Morph. You can naturally buy a Scotty. He can't clear your illusions. When you have hard Scotty, like there's no way this guy's clearing your army.
Usually you often go for like a Heart or a Scotty, but he has both right away. He's just that tanky now.
Yeah, this guy is super farmed. 22k net worth. Still rocking the Midas.
At this point, he might as well, right? It's free money. I mean,
yeah. Dire smoked up. They didn't get anything off of it. I don't even know if they killed a ward. Yeah, they killed the knobs after their smoke, I think, but that's kind of all they got. And now Webby is farming on Vision. They do have a sentry down if he puts his birds on the cliff, but he's not gonna do it. Yeah, I mean this game is pretty not looking good for Dire. Radiant's gonna have to do something crazy here to lose this, I think. Yeah.
I mean, as a play-by-play caster, I'm a little bit sad the game has been relatively anticlimactic and that Bouche has simply been the better team. But as an analyst who predicted Bouche to win for this exact reason, I'm pretty happy at myself right now.
Yeah. I mean, you said it, right? This,
I did say it.
It's gonna be free. They're gonna kick the crap out of Dire, something like that. That's what you were saying.
Not quite the words I used, but it was the sentiment that I had. Alright, Smoke already broken by both teams. Overgrowth will be on 2 different cores. Purge off on 1. The X goes in on Tree. Tree will fall. The problem is, yes sir, and Storm on the backlines looking for Oracle and Void Spirit. DKMP is saved by Fox. Fox remains still alive. Webby's running to the west side. Fox is falling on the east side. Back over to Webby and DKMP. They're both being stunned on both ultimate ends of the fight. DKMP is half HP. The whole promise has ended. Webby is dead. DKMP is low. He'll dissimulate to bring down Sui and a step away again. Kubrick tanks too much damage. Triple kill for After. The problem is triple kill for both sides. It's a 3-for-3 trade so far. Hobbs has Exo still flying. Morphling is still manning up. Waveform forward. Hobbs is still alive. The heal will be there very, very soon. Hobbs is still alive. Now healing up. Afterglow is brought down. DKMP is TP. Will somehow be successful. One key problem. One more triumphant teamfight win for Bouche.
TP didn't even click BKB. He wasn't even worried.
Yeah. Cold as ice from Hobbs.
I mean, the morph turned into SB. This is one of the most fun things you can do with morph, especially with Ags. You turn into Spirit Breaker, you steal some status res, you use his W, you charge through. Oh.
Well, there's that's why you save the BKB, I suppose.
I don't think he needed to.
I mean, at that point,
they have no damage.
You might as use it on something, you know? You've bought the BKB, it costs 4,000 gold, right?
They cannot kill this PL, I think.
They're trying, but it's not working. It's not working at all, actually. I guess they're distracting the PL to an extent. Kubrick has charged in, now they're distracting the Oracle. Overgrowth is there as well on DKMP. Yes, sir, goes in for that clan, so does Sui. Oracle has fallen. Vortex on Tiny. Silence on Visage. Both may die quite soon, and both will die. Though Yax is taking a little bit longer to perish. He'll use himself up into the air and not get brought down by the remnant damage. Currently a 3-for-1 trade. Once again, DKMP's still alive. Assimilating forward, looking for more kills. He's silenced in onto the Storm Spirit. Problem is DKMP has a lack of mana and a lack of damage. As a result, the mid barracks have fully died. Another 3-for-1 trade in favor of Bouche, and well, it's time for the top barracks to die as well. There's still some familiars, but we need at least 25 more seconds to defend the base. There are buybacks if they want to be committed with low respawn timer, but it seems like Bouche do not care in the slightest. They're just too strong right now.
Yep, DPL back up already. They've been, in the base fighting this whole time while it was down. No, they're looking to get top. They don't actually have any creeps. So...
Well, step forward.
Awkward.
Problem is Hobbs is extremely tanky. So now it's Yes Sir running in, looking for Afterglow. Sui has a... Sui is not even here right now. Sui's in the middle lane. Silence on Hobbs. BKB now comes out from the DP. DKMP will assimilate once again, going to the east side. Whatever are on the run. PL is just chasing all the way to the fountain. Stuns are not locking down the PL in the slice of the familiar drop down, so it's back to buildings. Kubrick, what are you... He's super deep. He's going to die here. Not quite sure why he went that deep, but he has been punished for it. He did allow the remainder of his team to retreat, however, so it's a Rax and a half for Bouche. The game is not over quite yet, but again, Bouche in the overwhelmingly commanding position right now.
Dire should smoke right now. They need to do something. Unironically, this is their chance. It's like 1% chance right now. They smoke, they go kill someone. Oh, they're trying it.
Yeah, I mean, Blackfrath the target. Sui comes in to back up his 5 support. Sui BKB still looking for that Tiny, who's been saved by Fox for the time being with that false promise. We see a 2-man overgrowth on Visage and Tiny. Afterglow waveforms on in. The remainder of the side of Bouche go for the back lines. Missile is there on the Oracle. Oracle has fallen. Back over to DP. DP is focused down by Visage and Morphling. Back to PL. Mash is there on Visage in the middle of the team fight. Double kill now for Yes Sir on the PL. The PL is beginning to die, actually. He's 130 HP on the PL. DKMP wants this kill desperately. Sui looks to save. Balling in, balling around. Tiny is now dead. So is Void Spirit. It's Morphling, the lone survivor, trying to waveform through. That is futile. Ultra kill for Yes Sir. And the GG is called. The Bouche take game 1 in commanding fashion.
Yeah, no, they almost killed PL. Like, they got him to half. That was cool. Good draft by Dire. Radiant, good draft by Radiant, sorry. I think Dire didn't really have the tools to pressure out this last pick PL. And Radiant kind of just ran away with the game. I think Morph actually played okay. Like, he okay, sounds bad. He played well, but his hero was not equipped to carry this game, I think. The early game just went a little too bad for Dire. But I think you can look at this game and maybe say, oh, this Visage pick on first phase didn't do all that much. This Oracle maybe didn't do that much. And chalk it up to draft issue and come back with something a little different. And I think, yeah, they could definitely turn it around game 2. We have a good 3-game series here. We'll see.
You know, maybe it's one of those things where we just need a better laning phase from whatever, and that's maybe what we need. I'm not quite sure how they're going to accomplish that, given that I feel like Bouche did less in the lanes than they could have, you know? Like, mentioned that top lane on DP didn't really run in until like minute 4 to ruin Morphling's game, so I'm a little bit scared, but we'll see, we'll see. We will
I think
have
Radiant,
to see.
Radiant looked a little... they were doing some stuff I didn't agree with, like playing around the Midas PL. But eventually they brought the Storm, got some kills, and got top tower. I think that's really where this game started looking bad, like really bad for Dire, is when you're taking the fight bottom, you're not getting a bottom tower, and you're losing your top tower. That's like really, that makes the game really awkward, and I don't really know what to do from there. But if they clean that up a little, maybe their heroes do a little more. I also think the last pick, Void Spirit, Didn't really work out, I'd say. I think maybe if Tiny was the mid, maybe he could have done a little more in this game. But yeah, it's hindsight, and they can think about it also. We'll see what adjustments they make here.
All right, I'm gonna go cut to a break. My name's Badger. I'm joined by KU, and we'll see you soon for Game 2 of Bouche taking on whatever. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. As I'm back, once again back for some more of the LAN Season 11 lower bracket semifinals action between Bouche, who triumphantly won Game 1 and whatever. I am joined by two-time LAN's champion, KU. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Game 1, kind of a very clean showing from Radiant. They're Radiant again. We'll see what goes different this game. Hopefully, we get Game 3.
So I have some top secret, hot off the presses statistics for the people of Lads. Captain of Cuban Extraction Team and man sitting in the grand finals, Shane, did some data gathering on who people thought was the better player at each position and who would win the series. So looking at who was better carry player, it was 55% to Afterglow, 44% to Yes Sir. Middle laner, 77.8% to DKMP, 22% to Sui, 55.6% to Webby, 44% to Hobbs, 55% to Yax, 44 to Kubrick, and 44 to Black Frath, and 55% to Fox. So again, other than the mid lane, relatively even stuff there. But one thing that is of note is the last question was who would win tonight's series? 2/3 of respondents thought it would be DKMP's Team Whatever. And so far, look at a game one, that might not be the case. So it is interesting that the people may have been wrong on this one, KU.
Yeah, hot take. I think Sui is better than DKMP. Apparently, that's a hot take around here.
Apparently, I mean, obviously DKMP more name recognition, multi-season Lance player, Sui a newcomer, but that's tends to be how it goes with the players who don't have that, sort of gravitas. They don't get the same respect in terms of somebody's lad circles, which again, it happens sometimes. I remember.
I think, DKMP's issue is that he loves this purple guy, which I also love this purple guy. I'm just like, oh, Void Spirit looks so fun here. You pick it, you don't do enough damage to kill anyone. Your talents are all nerfed to trash. Like, you're the worst spirit. It's really sad, but you know, you pick it again because he's purple and stuff. But we'll see. Maybe he's gonna be DP this game. I hate it when they put him on DP. I think he should be on spirits. And the purple one sucks, so they should pick Ember right here, and then he should go ham or something. I don't know.
I find it a little bit interesting that you even brought up DKMP playing DP. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
He did it against us. There was like some weird series where we were saying before, like, all right, just watch out. The Ember, the Void, maybe Invoker, and then this guy just like played Cuddle and DP against us, and he looked so lost. But that was the last season. Everyone's improving, and if he was practicing it then, I'm sure he's gotten better. So maybe we'll see the DP. But this also looks like an offlane duo right here. Ricky DP. You got the melee guy in front. Got the range guy in the back. Ricky can be a weak laner sometimes. He's probably going to be going against Tree. I'm talking about sub Ricky. Could be rough. DP is a very strong laner, so if you pair them together, DP can kind of make up for some of the things Ricky might struggle with in the lane. And it looks like Radiant picked just a dual sup, the same they had last game. Looks like, I'm a big fan of sticking with what works. And if you watch my team play, there's a theme that when we win, we will do the same thing. If we have to pick the same exact draft, a lot of times you'll see our first like 3-4 heroes can be the same, and then by the end the other team's like, where have we seen this before? Maybe we should ban the other guy they played last time.
Add ball jacks. Yeah,
and some people subscribe to this idea, don't fix what isn't broken. People like Bulljacks. He has I think I've never talked to him about it, but I played him a lot. When he wins the game, he will switch something up. And I think his idea is, oh, it worked last game. The other team is going to adjust. Let's do something a little different. So like when we lost to him a game in the grand finals, I think, we went into the second draft and then he banned a different hero and kind of threw off our plan because we made adjustments in between games, right? And then he just kind of throws a wrench in it. And that can have, that can be good. It can maybe backfire. It's just different philosophies. And we see Radiant here; they're just like doing the same stuff they did last game. And we'll see how much more they end up taking from their last game. DP obviously got stolen by Dire, so they can't go back to that. And I think that was a big part of their success last game. This offlane hero, she took the tower solo, while everyone was like dicking around in the bottom lane. DP is just like killing a tower on her own, and I think that kind of snowballed their game. So we'll have to see what they end up doing instead of that. Dire ban Beastmaster, that's a similar kind of idea. This hero walks at the tower, and they go with Viper, which similar in the lane as your ranged hero that can pair with the Spirit Breaker, very strong laner. Gets tanky, can go Greaves. One thing is it doesn't do as much tower damage as DP throughout the game, unless you get the shard. The shard can kill towers, but that's later. You don't have the gold for it immediately. So we'll see.
Tom Hobbs, there's zero doubt on buying shard this game, though. Zero doubt.
Okay, they go back to Oracle, but one thing I'll say is I don't think they had a great Oracle pairing last game. Void Spirit, Oracle, whatever, who cares? Visage, Oracle, you're not gonna like save this guy. But DP Oracle, this is the juicer. This is something my team, we would just jam this first phase. We'd say Oracle DP 6-7, they'll AA on 8, who cares? Or they pick AA on 5 because they don't want to ban our DP, and we say, who cares? Get the Oracle. If you blast him, he's alive still, whatever. Your DP runs in, goes crazy, Oracle saves him. And this hero has 2 dispels. You can dispel the Treant ult. You can purge off Viper's Q and stuff. I hope they don't Morphling looks okay again. It's like cool against Viper still, but I feel like Drow, Sniper are still in the pool this game. They're awkward to pair with Oracle, but it's something you could look at against against Viper. It's awkward against Spirit Breaker. I think Drow's still okay against Spirit Breaker. Sniper maybe not so much. You could do something like Razor if you still want a ranged hero. I think Razor's really good against Viper, but Razor DP, it kind of does the same. Ursa, I think that's really terrible, but we'll see. I think Viper is one of the heroes that it's like your go-to against Razor, or against Ursa, sorry. You just spit on him in the lane. Oracle can purge it, but Oracle can only purge like once. And he can keep clicking you, so we'll have to see how this works out. Maybe they think they can just chain kill the Viper.
It's hard to do though in the Viper Spirit Breaker lane though with the Ursa Oracle.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe if they had weaker 4 due to stronger laning 5, then maybe, but
I think Oracle's very weak in lane. It can be very weak in lane unless you have like certain heroes to pair with it. And I think the best one is TB, because TB, when you click E, you can play super aggro. Oracle can root the guy. You fight him, whatever. And then your E's down on TB and you just chill, and Oracle sucks in lane. So once you use your mana, you want to just like chill, pull, stand back, whatever. And Ursa kind of wants to click the guy a lot, fight. And maybe Oracle will be able to help out with that. But they go Mars.
Mars. That's suddenly interesting. You suddenly have a mid offlane flex here with Viper and Mars. Both can go mid, both can go offlane.
I don't know why they did this. I think Mars is not good against anything that Dire has. I think Oracle is I think it's good against Mars. You can always, not always, but the saves in the arena are pretty easy, unless he spears back. Because the way Blink arena usually happens, you arena the guy in front of you, you spear him forward, and usually if you're blinking into the enemy team, you're spearing him towards the Oracle. So Oracle can save a lot. Unless you're spearing backwards, then it can get a little crazy. But I don't think Mars wins lane against Ursa. And I don't think Mars kills DP ever. And Ricky is a bullshit hero, and he just like sleeps everyone. So I don't know. I don't know what you do against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a very easy hero to deal with. The one thing is Ricky's not the strongest laner until he gets. I mean, you really with Ricky, you want, of course, you want like level 6. You want the shard, of course, but those are not things Ricky starts with.
I think one idea behind this Mars is that they're gonna pick a ranger. They're gonna pick Drow, sniper, something like this. TB just got banned actually. And they want just 3, even 4 tanky strength guys in the front. Viper kind of range, but this guy's a tank, right?
10 seconds remaining.
And then people like DP, people like Ursa, they want to run in.
5
If you have 4 walls in the way, protecting your Drow or your sniper, or whoever's in the back, that could be their idea. And Mars Viper is flex, but I feel like you already see your lane matchup in Ursa, and you already have Viper, so I don't really know why they would want to flex the Viper away from the Ursa lane to put a worse matchup. Like Mars SP against. Okay, and this is ridiculous that Tusk is getting to the last phase in the draft both games. This hero is crazy.
Yeah,
I
Tusk
don't know.
is really good.
I don't know what your stream title is. If people are gonna see the old ones, but this hero is broken, and they go Drow. Yeah, I think this was really obvious. Not really obvious, but I think this makes a lot of sense with their Mars pick. Yeah, like the Mars looks weird, but if you think what do they want for their carry, it makes more sense, right? And we are going to see mid Viper, which I think is probably one of Tusk's worst matchups if I had to guess. Tusk kind of like does good against everything, even stuff like Lina and Quap. Tusk can just like sit there and spam and be okay. But I'm not actually sure how he'll do against Viper. I think this might be rough if he gets clicked a lot. It could look bad here. I don't know. We'll have to see. The punch is pretty good against Viper in the game, though. And your E, a lot of physical damage against Viper is good. So maybe we'll see that. And I think Mars Spearbreaker offlane doesn't. It's like not as strong as Viper Spearbreaker, I think. So maybe Afterglow will have a better game here. We'll have to see how top lane goes. I imagine he's going to drag again on SP, which I don't hate as much this game as I did last game. So we'll see.
If you're curious what I love that you mentioned my stream title from the other day. If you're curious, I believe it was 14 deaths against Tusk away from the mental breakdown stream title, so the hero's busted. I mean, I think again I like this Bouche draft. I like the last game. I like it again in this game, so hopefully for our sake it's not a 2-0. But if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Bouche taking on whatever. Bouche took game 1 in an absolute beatdown, slapdown, in which they ran over from the early game and kept it going into the late game. Whatever, of course, we're going to look to rebound, bring it to a game number 3. My name is Badger. I'm joined by two-time League of Legends champion KU, and hopefully for our sake we are in for a good game too.
Yeah, I think it's a really good Drow game. But I think Dire still has the tools to win this game. I think Tusk and DP are very good heroes. With a good supporting cast, Ricky is great for vision, great for setup, but he's not setting up for much. They don't have like a Marana arrow, Mars spear, anything. But it's still a good way to scout stuff. And we might see a battle.
Yeah, again, Hobbs and Afterglow within spitting distance of each other. The trees have been killed. It's man fighting time. Hobbs has rebuke skill, blink in by Axe. Hobbs the target. That's gonna be first blood, and it goes
to the mid,
Ursa.
Please. Oh no.
Yeah, the mid's a Tusk. Tusk is fine. Now,
He's
Ursa.
against Viper. This guy needs it.
Yeah, he does. He really
And
does.
he started Uv on Ursa, which is It's good to get
aggressive.
value out of it. It's very aggressive. I don't know that this is good. I don't imagine. I mean, yeah, Oracle, Ursa, maybe they'll be able to fight, but I think he's just gonna pull wave. So I don't know how much value he's gonna get out of this on Ursa. We'll see.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it was good. That's why I said it was aggressive. It's factual. It is aggressive. But I mean, so far it has paid off a little bit, but I don't think the orb was needed for that first blood. It was just,
Yeah.
you know, hero inside shards that has no way to get out of shards and just dies.
Yeah. I'm most interested to see what happens in mid this game. I think if DKMP gets like shut out of the game here, his heroes still can be useful and recover, but a Tusk with a good start is very scary, and a Tusk with a bad start can sometimes just turn into a support. Bottom, I think, should be good for Radiant. I think Drow Tree is one of the strongest lanes, safe lane duos you can get, and while DP is very good, I think Drow is one of the best heroes against DP in the game and in the lane. High physical damage, 2 slows, a silence. The shard from Drow is really good against DP, just the heals. So we'll have to see. DP with Greaves though can still just like run around and win the game. Top lane.
Yeah, Courier's dead. Hobbs is in what I'm going to describe as moderate danger, but they're fine over there. It's bottom lane. I mean, this bottom lane I'm a little bit interested in because, again, this tree here has 97 damage. It's hard not to look at it, you know. It's 97 damage. A lot of damage. So far, though, I mean, you mentioned mid lane as a lane to watch. So far, it has gone the direction of Sui. I mean, last game it was a very skill-based matchup in Storm Void Spirit. This game, it's the literal opposite of that. I mean, it's like Tusk, who's a very, I mean, at most the middle skilled mid laner, and then Viper's like the least skilled mid laner. What can you do, right?
I think Tusk is top lane.
The charge through by Kubrick, but the battling is over. You're saying?
I think Tusk is like, if you are too scared to play a spirit because the heroes are hard, you should play Tusk. I think this hero, it can be flashy, it can be cool, but the tools are really simple, and the heroes' numbers are like overtuned right now. So if you're trying to learn mid right now, give this guy a try. You'll have some fun. And then Viper is cringe and dumb and stupid.
Yeah, that sounds very. I mean, that's top analysis for Viper.
Top
lane, we may see a kill. Hobbs in a lot of danger right now. The last hit from Afterglow will do the job. Kubrick charge a little bit too late. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a little bit brawling there as well, but no kill quite yet in the bottom lane. Yes, there's had an uncharacteristically bad laning phase. I've seen him miss like 5 last he probably should have had. And the fight continues. Actually, Cryptstorm siphoned forward by Webby1313, but instead, it's dropped turn with that multi-shot, canceled by Yax's silence, but it will not matter. There goes 1 kill for the big bad shrimp. Protector Yax still is manning on up, but he needs to run the hell away right now at this point. He's being slowed by Drow. Tree has Leech Seed in 1 second, but Yax will get away. Meanwhile, top lane, again, it's a spear on Oracle. Fox in a lot of danger as well. She'll attempt to run to the southeast away from the lane. You mentioned mid, but it seems like Tusk is just sad right now. Yeah, Tusk is indeed just sad right now.
He glyphed on Viper. I mean, the lanes are going really well for Radiant right now. Top is like, they're even. And Spiritbreaker has a lot of CS, so it's like, it's whatever. But the mid and bottom are both pretty big wins for Radiant. So we'll have to see if this continues, if he's out of regen on Drow, is he going to get punished here? It looks like he might get punished. There's no tangos flying yet for Radiant.
There's one there's one for Shri now, but that's going to be a while.
Yeah, it's harsh, so DP gonna catch up in CS probably. Tusk is threatening a rotation bottom, but it looks like he'll just get the bounty and walk back mid. And Ursa has netted himself a couple kills. He has the Battle Fury queued up. So he's having an okay game, even if his CS is not that high. But Tusk had to go back to base.
Yeah, the TP away from the Viper in this case. Not even there's no ulti
Yeah.
yet even on the Viper, but it didn't matter. We're at bottom lane. A lot of man fighting there as well, but no deaths. A lot of action everywhere, but no deaths quite yet. At this point, though, I'm looking over to hero net worth, and again, what we would expect is Drow, Viper, Ursa as the top 3 heroes right now. Tusk certainly struggling, though. So is Mars. Over to bottom lane, big man fight happening. Tree will die, but Ricky seems to die as well, so it'll be a 1-for-1 trade with both supports dying. Over to top lane, 2v2 man fight as well. Fortune's End will be there on Kubrick, but Kubrick is a spear breaker, so he's fine. Over to bot. Wait, never mind. Yes, sir, is still full HP. Everything's fine.
Yeah. The thing about Viper is a lot
Viper's
of
hasted,
games.
by the way. And DKMP has no TP. DKMP is incredibly dead. Oh no. Wait, is he not incredibly dead?
Yeah, he got a TP from the Ricky. He didn't refill the bottle for some reason. He might get punished for this on Tusk.
Webby's fighting
As-
1v2 bottom.
yeah. He went Earn on DP. I think this is a little sus. This is a lot of gold. And I'm not sure if he just got some stats his way to his Greaves. Could be good, but maybe these Earn charges will net him some kills here. We'll see. But I was gonna say, against Viper, you have this a lot where Viper just like shits on your mid. And Viper doesn't really want to move. He just wants to sit here and farm and push the wave and AFK.
Seems like DP
Oh,
probably
wait.
should be dead right now. I mean, they're slapping DP. She's sealing with Syphus, however. Wait a minute, Webby. Yeah, Webby's finally dead. That was probably 2,000 damage done to DP, and she finally died.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, she
not,
doesn't even have 1,000 HP. So that's a lot of damage to heal up there.
not sure. She
2,000.
didn't use any Earn charges. Maybe she could have got the kill on Tree. I don't know. But like this could have been a windlace and a wand and like a chainmail or something. I don't know. Maybe could do better. But Viper wants to like push wave, and what you can do is you can just gank his ass with all your heroes. But as bottom, there's
Black
battle
Wrath
again.
is in right now, tanking one more siphon from Webby. Tree is low, DP and Ricky are pretty low as well, so I guess everyone will mutually agree to disengage. What a mid lane, meanwhile, it's a 2v2 going on. Fox on the Oracle grabs that double damage rune, so both mid laners now moderately sad, and the DD will be effectively denied.
Yeah, but Dire doesn't have a way to kill this Viper. Like, their subs don't bring the damage. Like,
No.
DP is good. If DP uses Exo and runs at Viper, Viper will die. But DP is busy getting punched in the bottom lane by this tree. So I don't know. We'll see. Ursa is having a good game.
Big
I
courier
think-
stamp bottom, but it's going to cost the life of... Wait, maybe not... Nah, never mind. Multi-shot damage will be a little bit too much. Webby's low as well. Fox TP's in with the heals, which frees up top lane a little bit. Suddenly it's a 1v1. Problem is, it's still an Ursa Bear who's just running at Mark. Back to bottom lane. DKMP rotates in. Webby is low. Yes, sir, is a target on the Dire side. Now will be a death on Drow. Punched up and brought down. Kubrick charges through, but it's a little bit too late. Currently a 1-for-1 trade in the bottom lane, and it's certainly in favor of whatever, and with that 1-for-1, the trading will end.
Yeah, similar play to last game that Radiant is making. They're just running to their safe lane with their subs. This game I like it a lot better because there's a level 6 Drow with treads and a Dragon Lance almost. So playing around this guy is going to be a lot easier than Midas PL. And now we see Webby walking mid. This is what I said. The
Oh,
only way they kill
Exo.
Viper.
That's a death on Viper. You mentioned it earlier. You were right. You were absolutely right.
He... It's okay, but...
Problem is,
maybe-
top lane, Kubrick spent his time charging up there. Afterglow actually turns on Spearbreaker. He's enraging, now Spear back by the stun from Hobbs. So again, across the map, good fighting from whatever. We saw initially out of this laning phase, Bouche were pulling ahead, but now it's whatever, who have pulled it back to a more or less zero net worth lead.
He might die here on DP. Oh. I think he got fogged on Drow.
The heal was coming
But-
in as well. Maybe you checked the heal
Yeah.
stats on that one.
I mean, it's a good kill, and they need to kill this Viper, but using deep ult and not getting a single point of damage on a tower is like not really what you want. He did steal a stack, but I think it was 2 stack. Not super insane amounts of value from deep ult. The kill's good though. But now the game just kind of slows down again. And Radiant's gonna keep farming. They have 2 Dragon Lances coming out. They have 2 long-range cores, which kind of is what you like to have against DP and even Ursa. Just like clicking these guys from far away. So yeah, we'll have to see. He's getting charged top, and Drow just ported top. I think Ursa might die here unless he has 2 wards, so he actually should live.
At this point, there's no mana for the arena on Mars anyways. And Kubrick has canceled his charge.
I think he should have just charged him. I think they should have dove the shit out of this guy.
We saw it last game. Kubrick is going for the very bold dives. This game a little bit less so. We're seeing
But-
Sui. Sui is again walking into his own jungle. A little bit dangerous. We saw him die
Yeah.
earlier to the DP doing that exact play. This time did not get punished.
DP doesn't have ult. She's about to have it in 15. And she will try and make the same play, looks like, where they just walk at the Viper. One thing to note, there's some stacks. There's a stack in the Radiant Ancients. I don't know who's going to take it. Maybe Viper, maybe Drow. But that's a lot of farm.
Ooh,
In
speaking of
Ursa-
farm, Dire have added a kill to their farm rotation. It's Viper again caught in his jungle. Kubrick charges through, but it'll be a little bit too late. Perhaps it'll be a second kill for whatever. Siphon comes in from Webby. Kubrick again the target. Overgrowth will hit on
nice
3
Overgrowth.
heroes.
He has a shard.
Yeah, Shard will do the job, plus
Yeah.
that earn damage
The
from Webby.
urn. Top lane. He's
Yeah,
looking for
It
arena.
will
He's gonna
be
get
an
it.
arena on the Ursa Bear. He pops the active Enrage, trying to survive a man fight with the Mars. Silence comes through, but Yax has arrived on the Ricky. Ursa is low, Mars is low. It's the Ursa who dies first, has to trade for Mars. Punch comes in from DKMP, Drow, the new target, currently a 2v1. I think Yes Sir accepts his fate, had the multi-shot on 2, but at this point it's time to get run on down. Snowball's up in 4 seconds. Yes, sir is
he's
somehow
getting
juking this. Wait a minute. Charge is coming through. Yes, sir. Okay, finally is dead. The charge just not fast enough. The move speed simply not high enough. So 2 good kills there for the side of whatever in the top lane.
Yeah. And this is Tusk. He had a really terrible lane, but the DP kind of like gave him a huge boost to his game basically by walking mid, using her ult twice. They're able to take down Viper, play with this Tusk, who does a lot of damage with just his spells. So Tusk's game is revived. Mars's game is like similar to his. They're both not great, but they're okay. And Ursa just got his Battle Fury, so this guy will start to accelerate. We should look at Roche. They have really good Roche potential with an Ursa, obviously. Someone can just tank it for a little. And second Roche is really big timing for Ursa, so that's something to look out for. There's still a stack in Radiant Triangle, the Ancients, but I don't think Dire has scouted it. If they had, Ursa could just like sneak in there and take it maybe, but they don't know yet.
Well, the
Dire
3-man
smoked.
smoke gank from the Dire, as you mentioned. DKMP, Yax, and Fox, but...
There's a Radiant scan here. It might pop on the Tusk.
And
It's-
it just ended. Oh, what perfect timing for the Dire. As a result, Blackfrath will tank the gank. That's an important gank to tank.
Yeah,
If he was
yeah.
not there, Drow would have died, for sure.
That was a good time for your 5 to just, walk in. Could have been bad if Drow died there again.
This is 5 gameplay, optimal 5 gameplay, dying for a good cause. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Now everyone's just farming again, but DPS ults right now, and Greaves. So I think they should go play with her, or do something. As Tusk is kind of baiting on this top wave, but I don't know if this is like worth it. If these two can even kill anyone. And the DP is making this rotation again, 3rd time. Just walking through, kind of behind the mid lane.
Looking at Radiant Vision, they're well aware of where Webby is, but
I think this Oracle being top in like baiting or whatever, it's really bad actually. I think this DP is hitting her spike. They should just go play behind her and get one of these tier 1s. Her ult's been up for like a minute. She's had Greaves for 900 gold, and she can just like click ult and run in. And they have a Riki with Shard and a Tusk. They should be able to get on these backliners. Drow has no 4-staff yet. Viper does have Pike. But they should not just be AFK like this on 4 guys. Ursa should be farming. Even now he has Blink. Like, they need to do something on Dire. Please do anything.
I love not even like, don't even make a good play. Just do anything. We
Just
saw
like-
last game; they didn't really do anything and they lost. So
Yeah. When I played this team, I thought they were having the same issue. But when they did it against me, I called it out once. I was like, these guys are winning by like 10k and they're just AFK. And we like had a Medusa who died like in lane and had nothing, and the other like whatever was just doing nothing. And we ended up winning somehow. So now
good
they're
scouting
finally
from Riki, but again, he has been caught under a Radiant fresh Sentry Ward, so the scouting has been nullified.
yeah. Radiant has Blink on Mars. They are gonna try and kill DP bottom because everyone else just showed me.
Hard kill to get, but if they get it, a massive one to obtain. Everyone TPs in, and never mind, a surprisingly easy kill. The tower was brought down by Webby, but that's a very big DP kill to obtain.
I mean, it's just so sloppy, I feel like, from Dire. Like, this tower should have died like 3 minutes ago, and they should have her ult again. But somehow, they took a really long time. Now she ends up dying.
Well,
Looks like they'll get a kill on Tree again. He's just tanking for his Drow. Like,
again,
this is
another
good.
gank tank. Yeah, again, if there was no tree standing there to kill, there would have been a Drow dead. So again, another fantastic gank tank there from Blackfrath.
Dire actually didn't get a ward up here. But
Ooh, a little bit greedy from Fox, looking to block that hard camp. And Fox is instantly dead, and the ice almost tied as well. Over to the Roshan pit, Afterglow will grab it, I believe. Radiant have scanned it, they're aware, but they will not be
Please don't
fast
bash.
enough to stop it. He'll be Aegis to Afterglow, and he'll walk on away on the Ursa, escaping a death on that one, so. We're calling that space creation from Oracle, and if you're Ursa, you're now pretty happy.
yeah. I feel like 3k lead for Dire. They just got Aegis. Things are looking good, but I feel like they could be looking better if they would just play with their DP a little more. And she's about to have ult in 30. They'll have Aegis. They have everything. I really hope they go together. They try and take this mid tower. Maybe look for this Drow in the triangle. Look to put up a ward, because they did invade triangle, but they didn't have a ward. Fox died putting a sentry. But she didn't even have an ops, so...
Forced in by Yes Sir into the two-man overgrowth. A bold play. The question is, can whatever punish? Snowball
has no
forward by
force.
DKMP. Drow has half HP and has an Ursa right on top of him. Kubrick charges on through, but it's a little bit too late at this point. Silence comes in from Webby, spear back by Hobbs. And Kubrick, who was on the wrong side of the ice shards. Unfortunate there from DKMP. As a result, it will be that 1-for-1, but... Or it could even be a 2-for-1. Blackfrath lying on the north side of the fight. So again, you lose your carry, you only get a Riki, and you lose an extra tree on top. Not the ideal trade there. And again, Bouche chose that trade. It was an aggressive force in by Drow Ranger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep. Now they are using their DP ult. They're going with him. They're getting a tower here. Maybe they'll get a tier 2. They will not get the tier 2, but maybe they'll pretend. They won't even pretend. He almost has BKB on Ursa. This is a really big spike. You know, extra dispels against Treant, always very good. He already has one in his ult, but
DKP's in danger. Snowball's on cooldown. That'd probably be the one way to save himself temporarily, but with the Snowball being on cooldown, Cooper can simply punish.
yeah, the same play happened last game a few times where DKP is just getting caught by this SB Vision and Sui together. So not great to die like this.
We don't need replays.
But you know, it happens. It feels like even without EXO, this guy has Aegis and BKB on Ursa, so Dire should go look to make a play. The Tusk being dead is a little awkward though, because smoking without him feels weird.
He will
But
be
I think
alive
they
in
should
2, but TP's on cooldown, so they can't even get him there ASAP.
I feel like these guys are literally just like sitting AFK, waiting for smoke, but the smoke is not happening, and their guy is not here, so it's too slow. And they're losing an obs because they're all just AFK sitting here.
They should at the very least get the D ward. I mean, they
Like,
walk Blackfrath walk
so-
up there slowly and ward that, but
35 seconds they are just sitting there. Ursa didn't hit a camp.
Radiant are
This is crazy.
well, here we go. Smoke as 4, broken under a Radiant
They're
Obs
on a
ward.
ward.
Blackfrath the target again, punched up. Spear has been missed. They will let Blackfrath die. The gank again has been tanked. The D ward comes through from Fox, but again, Drow gets away, so Bouche are delaying a little bit. There's only 1 minute 12 on the Aegis for Afterglow, so not too much longer till that one's gone.
Yeah, they have DP ult soon. Like right now. She almost has BKB though, so maybe they'll wait for it. I wouldn't blame them for that. 1 minute left on Aegis. You don't have to do anything super crazy, but you can still put down this ward on Ricky, play around your vision. We'll see.
It's been a great game if you're. It's actually been a great series if you're a fan of just hitting of creeps, kind of. And this isn't as slow as last game, but it's a relatively slow game again. I guess I'm spoiled from some of these like 2 kill per minute games. That now it's like a 1 kill per minute game. It's like, oh my god, it's only 1 kill per minute, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like Dire could be playing a little faster. Radiant, they have a Treant, like they have these 2 range cores. They're kind of content to farm, wait for their items, especially into Aegis.
It's going to be a punish. Went for a very bold charge in with very little reward, and he just died. What can you do? You're saying before that?
This guy's a psycho, I don't know.
A little bit, yeah.
But I hope they get a tier 1 mid here eventually, one day. Maybe they'll go for the tier 2 bottom instead. They have DP ult. She's gonna let it rip. But they're showing 2 mid right now. So we'll see if Radiant does anything.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and defend bottom because there's 2 people showing on this mid wave while DP is ulting bottom tower.
There's the
This is
arena
insane.
on Webby, though no spear. Silence stopped that one. Seems like Mara's going to die right away. The reinforcements have arrived, but there's not enough reinforcements. No Drow, no Viper. As a result, Webby dives this tower. Exo's still active. Sleep Dart on Blackfrath. 2 kills now for Webby. And he wants a third. In comes Afterglow. A triple kill for Webby. 13-13. Well, that's the play we've been waiting for from whatever. You run it on down. You force the issue. You get the kills. You take the tower. Big swing there in whatever's favor.
I feel like this was a terrible play by Dire, and then Radiant just like, I don't know what happened. Their Discord went down or something. Hobbs is blinking in alone. Either the damage dealers are porting, this guy has BKB on Viper, this Drow has her Pike, and nobody's coming to help. Like, the subs are coming, but these guys don't do enough damage. Like, they can't do it. I don't know. There's some disconnect here. And Dire could have gotten punished so hard there if Radiant just like showed up, because they're showing 2 heroes on the mid wave in front of a tier 1, and DP is ulting bottom tower, and Radiant's just hitting neutrals on 2 cores.
Well, an airstrike on Afterglow. Overgrowth will be there on 2 different heroes. Webbing the target, BKBs against False Promise by Fox, so DP is siphoning up, remains alive for the time being, though may die when the False Promise ends. Yeah, it's still an alive DP, still an alive Ricky. So the tower has been successfully defended, but there were no sieging heroes taken down.
He has Arena now on Mars. He didn't have it when he went in, but you can imagine if he had Arena there, the 2 right clickers are clicking from the back. They're gonna kill people. I'll just walk away on Dire though, because their ults are down on Radiant. They use them bottom. And now DP ult is gonna be back up. I think Radiant is smoking. They're gonna try again.
Silence on DK and on P. He's been kept alive for the time being. Snowballing forward, looking for Drow Ranger.
Man.
Viper is the new target, taking a lot of damage. Black Wrath is dead. Exo activated. Sui is taking way too much damage. Double kill for DKMP. Hobbs will spear back W. At this point, it's just too late. Kubrick, the new target, gets bashed, gets snowball stunned, gets brought on down in 1 more hit. And now it's Mars, slept by Yax. Mars in a lot of danger. The blink somehow gets off from Hobbs, but it seems not to matter. Dire still have the Yax chasing. Yax gets speared back by Hobbs, so it will be an escape there, but it's still a 3-for-0 in Weber Saber, and they will claim that second Roshan of the game nice and easily.
Ursa should be able to clean up this Rosh in 20 seconds. They won't be up to contests. They don't even have spells if they want to contest. This Mars is really poor. Yeah, I mean the pick, I don't know. Viper did do really well mid, but picking Mars into Ursa, like, you already saw the lane. I think Ursa doesn't like crush the lane or anything crazy, because you have a slow and a spear to get him off of you, which is okay against Ursa. But I think when you see Ursa and you have options to be able to win the lane, that's how you should beat this hero. And so giving him a matchup that's fine feels kind of weird, especially when you already have Viper. And this guy's just falling behind on Mars because they kind of sack his lane, they play around Drow. And his BKB is going to be really late. It's like, I don't know, 32-minute BKB or something.
Watching Kubrick reminds me of like vintage Jubu, you know what I mean? Where it's just like psycho off-angle charges through no vision, just to see what happens for information. This just reminds me of.
Yeah, and like Dire doesn't have any way to really stop it. Maybe they can sleeping dart him on the way by if they see him coming, but they're not gonna.
The solution would be
have,
Yules if they had a Yules on somebody. Currently, Yax is building one on Ricky, but other than that, there is no Yules.
They are walking towards this DP right now. She's really far up. She's gonna port out though. She sniffs this out. They're smoked. And yeah, I feel like this DP plays alone a lot, which sometimes works out, sometimes feels like she should be getting punished for this, but it's working out right here. Ursa sitting top tower. He's about to have a full Abyssal, which will help him pretty much kill anyone, I think, barring some Treant or Spirit Breaker shenanigans, stunning him.
Oh, Sui is walking into Yax's vision. Seeping Dart, the opener, the follow-up. It's actually not there in time, so a little bit of miscommunication there from the side of whatever. Missing a big Viper kill, but still, that is still a tier 2 tower taking bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah, that's one thing about this Ricky. It's not setting up for anything, right? There's no Mars to blink in for him, no Piranha arrow coming from far. so they were just a little too far on Dire to convert that into anything. So it's just pretty lucky for Viper, because if he dies there, I think they will just click BP ult and kill the Rex. And he'll have to buy back. But they end up playing this slow.
TP, is that TP in time? It's barely in
you
time. Okay.
Didn't see him. Got around the tree.
That's still scary. That's still a scary moment.
There's a lot of circles being drawn on the map right now by Radiant. We'll see. They might get this Ricky.
It is a charge. Now canceled by a Chicks of the Trade. Sleep Dart is there on Spirit Breaker. Both teams are arriving. Arena will be there on Webu, speared back, but it's currently a retreat. Perhaps again a little bit of miscommunication from Bouche, but they're on the way out. Problem is they're under dire vision as it currently stands. Sleeping Dart again there on Blackfrat. Punch up onto the Mars of Hobbs. Down goes Blackfrat. Down goes Hobbs. DKMP will be the trade. It's currently a 2-for-1, but Dire again maintain that vision advantage. They de-ward the fresh Radiant Observer ward, so a minor win for whatever, but a win nonetheless, and they want to convert that win into more. Mid T2 under attack after the little blinks on in, charge back by Kubrick. Shri is brought back into the game after the little BKB. Soundtrack brings him back. Currently, Ursa has 2 lives to play on with. He's cleaving down Viper and Spirit Breaker. He enrages off the overgrowth root, and again runs away. Webby BKBs. T2 still alive. Yak puts up the smoke cloud and now begins the retreat. Yes, sir, wants to go forward. Looking for a hit on somebody, but unfortunately he's been sleeping darted, so it's time to run away for the side of whatever. You get the buyback, you get some tower damage, and you disengage.
Yeah, they forced a buyback at a tree. That was okay. I think Dire needs some force deaths. Let's see. Okay, Oracle just bought one. Looks like Ricky is buying a Yule's instead. Said it's good against Spirit Breaker, but I think that's like whatever. This guy's gonna charge through. Let him charge through. Let him charge away. I think you need some disengage for this this drown, this Viper. If they're clicking your Ursa from far and he isn't able to get off his ult, or his BKB is down, I think he's gonna need some help. And a 1-4 staff on Oracle is a good start. Maybe we'll see another one from someone else. Maybe not though. Drow is about to have BKB.
That's a nice pickup. I mean, there is still the Basher on Ursa, but it's still nice to have that BKB, of course.
Yep, he's going Nullifier on Ursa, it looks like. It'll be good for the 4 staffs. Living Armor, even. You can Purge, Bulldoze, I think. Yeah, you can.
This Ricky here, if we get a game 3, I can bet with 100% confidence Ricky's getting banned. Like 100% confidence this hero's getting banned.
Yeah, this hero is so annoying. I don't know, this hero should not exist. It's pretty silly. They might...
We'll go with silly, yeah. I mean, I had a different, more vulgar word in mind, but we'll go with silly.
Annoying. It's something. So we're kind of waiting for third Roche. Dire wants third Roche. Radiant honestly could, like, look to try and make a play while these guys don't have Aegis. Like, get a ward up near Roche. They have one on their side. Maybe they could look to take another cliff, but everyone on Dire's here now, so maybe it's too late. And they're showing 2 bottom. Dire could just make a play. Like, they could go take the triangle. Since Radiant's showing 2 guys. Spirit Breaker's about to have BKB, that's pretty cool. And yeah, they're gonna smoke on Dire. Good smoke. I don't think they should run across though. They have a good ward. So maybe they'll be tempted and they'll see this DD, which could end up working.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a bait right now. Now grabbed by Afterglow. Radiant, I don't think saw that. And Ursa has gone forward looking for Drow Ranger. Arena will be there, but BKB is there from the Ursa as well. Blackfrat will be left to die. Question is, will his teammates join him? The answer appears to be no. So again, relatively good retreat. Sure, you lose the fight, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse there.
Guess you got a gem. Do they have a gem? I don't
There
think anyone
are
bought a
no
gem last
gems in the
either.
game right now. I don't think there's one last game either, but there's definitely no gems in this game. Yeah.
Dire needs a gem. When you're winning like this, you should buy a gem and sweep the wards. Make sure you get Roche. Gem enables you to do that. Oh,
Spear breaker hero, man. Kubrick's the psycho. That's all I have to say about this at this point. Mid T2 dead, spear back on Afterglow. Only has life and BKB remains on cooldown. Could be a big kill if they can kill him, but the problem is they cannot lock him down. He's too far away. Yax, maybe the new target. He's getting charged on in by Kubrick, so they know where Ricky is, but the follow-up is not quite close enough, so it is a tier 2 taken by the side of whatever. Nothing in exchange. Opportunities were there, but nothing was able to get converted upon, so unfortunate there for Bouche.
Rush is about to spawn. He might scout it on Webby. Nope, he's gonna step out.
That's an incredibly early respawn. That's like first 30
This
seconds
guy
of a
just
respawn.
ported like 2,000 units from the Roche pit to this top wave. What an insane play. And now Roche is up. Both teams scouted it. Spearbreaker is bottom wave, but he can obviously charge back if they get vision.
They actually don't have the time. The Roshan's gonna be dead too fast. It's already below half HP. It's more than halfway dead given
There's
the
an
Ursa's Furious
axe.
Lights.
It's really good on Ursa, I think.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You were absolutely
He's
right.
gonna. He needs to BKB, I think.
Yep, it's over. Already 2 lives for Ursa. Ags and Cheese as well. Hobbs is a punch up and kicked back into a lot of danger. It's a 2-man arena, but that will not stop the Mars from perishing. So 1 more death. And even then, there's no buyback on Hobbs. So this is a bit of a problem here. It's time to run it down the middle lane with Exo. Correction, it's time to TP bottom and... Okay, so TP bottom on Webby to push in the bottom lane as well. Ensure there's no way of getting out of the bottom lane either, so the Radiant cannot cut the middle wave. And as a result, it will be bringing in multiple angles. Look for 1, if not 2 sets of barracks. So the time is already leaving us. Mars is live in 25 right now.
There's an SB charging from behind, getting everybody. And he walks away. He is gonna DPL tier. This could end up.
I was gonna say, he might. Okay, Cheese has been used by
Is it
Webby.
Oracle?
He's still half HP, now saved by Oracle. Kick on back brings Yes Sir into a lot of danger. Both will be there onto as well. A lot of heroes dropping very low right now. Yes Sir is Dire's main target. He's trying to steal ideas of mana for the Hurricane Pike. Active, actually. Yes Sir is dead, and now it's Hobbs returning to the fight to kick away on Kubrick. Kubrick has fallen to Webby's damage as well. Afterglow will bash up the Mars. Mars will get forced away. 2 buybacks are there. 1 on Kubrick, 1 on Yes Sir. Kubrick is forward. Starting on 3, punched up, brought down to buyback right away for Kubrick. Spear back on DKMP, but DKMP still 1/3 HP. Multi-shot will get no kill for the time being, so my Bouche, they are hemorrhaging everything. They're losing kills, losing buildings, they're losing net worth. It's a disaster right now, and Swede's in danger as well. He's kicked back by DKMP. Viper is so far in. Abyssal on Drow as that happens. Dire, focus, Yes Sir. They cannot finish the kill. Viper's still alive. Viper's now dead. Has no buyback. Afterglow still chases, breaking down Tree. No buyback on Blackfrath, and Afterglow is just diving tier 4 towers. Wait a minute. Yes Sir. Oh, it's been slept. Could have been big kills on that one. Radiant Glyph to bring down Yak. Afterglow is still very low, but still has 2 lives to play with. Hobbs may take 1 life, and 1 life has been taken. But at this point, it's still a 2v4 base defense right now. Spear will stun Ursa, but it's only delaying the inevitable right now.
Yeah, I think they have Oracle ult and 2. They should be good to get a Rax here. But I feel like if they had just reset a little earlier, they could maybe have gotten more. But losing Aegis can be a little scary here.
There's 1 more glyph used. Respawns are coming in. Kubrick, Blackfrath both have returned. Metherax have been taken down. Charge on DKMP. Silence. A perfect silence stops the initiation of Hobbs. As a result, both DKMP and Africa will turn. DKMP is fine. Ursa's manning up. Neryshrek is there on Ursa, but he's saved by Fox. That's a lot of false promise, and now it's DKMP kicking away Yes Sir. Hobbs has fallen. Multi-shot does nothing for the time being. Radiant still want to chase. Webby the target, currently half HP, now BKBs. Yes Sir has been missile by Afterglow, but Yes Sir is kept alive for the time being. Dire really want this Drow kill, but they cannot kill the Drow Ranger. Webby wants this kill, needs a few more hits, is going for it, but no, the force away. Yes Sir is kept alive. Meanwhile, Sweet is kicked back to the east side of the fight, punched up by DKMP, and now it's again Viper dead. Hobbs now finally has the money for the buyback, but again, it's more buildings taken. Rangerak's bottom lane now down.
Might be
Kubrick
scary
still
for Dire.
charges through, stunning onto Drow. Focuses Webby. Webby is speared back. Webby is dead, but Ursa wants to kill on Drow, but no. Drow is kept alive. Ursa is kited. Silence on the Ricky Maru. The turn is there on Tree, but the problem is Drow is still man fighting. Yax is dead. Afterglow is slowed. Nullifies Drow. Tries to go with the turn with the overpower, but cannot get the kill. DKMP snowballs forward. He's brought down. Just like that, Bouche at long last turned around with a pivotal team fight win. The question is now, is it too little, too late?
Oh, I think this is actually. I mean, I think it could have been a lot worse for Radiant. I'm pretty sure Dire just rushing this game because this Ursa hero sucks ass, and you can't do shit to the buildings. You just have to kill this Drow. This Drow is all the way in the fountain, shooting you with their bow, and you're just getting whittled down. Like Oracle at the end was out of mana. She used like 3 ults in this fight. That's how long it was going. They used 2 DP ults. And they're just running out of resources, and they're just like reaching for this Drow in the back. But you kind of need to kick her out. The only way you're gonna kill her is you kick her out, or Ursa gets a clean jump on her, which is really hard. But they were able to hold on Radiant. Let's check the buybacks. Who bought? Drow bought, Mars bought, SB bought, and Tree bought. So 4 potential ways to end this game, or like
And more like
threaten to
2
end.
to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah. But this Drow is very deep in the jungle right now. This Ricky might catch her.
Ninja
She
gear.
has a ninja gear.
Wait. Smoke broken, yes sir. Yes sir gets away. Dire focused down the tree instead. DKMP, BKBs. Overgrowth will be there on 1. Hobbs and Arena on 3 on the east side of the fight. Kubrick comes in with the charge. Hobbs will TP away before Ursa can bash the Mars down.
Yeah,
Over to
BKB?
Kubrick, his
Oh.
BKB less successful. Bash during it by Afterglow. That is 1 kill. That is technically a dieback though. Actually, considering how much map pressure Kubrick is applying, a pretty bad death to have, but it's 68 without Spirit Breaker. Will be a 4v5 defense with no Mars, Arena, or Overgrowth as well, but importantly, Drow remains alive.
This guy went AC on DP. The armor's great. The aura's good. He's gonna go for it, but I feel like maybe he should look for a Blink Dagger. Maybe he'll get it next. Just getting in the middle of the fight, in the back, could be a good way to.
Well, punch up
Oh.
on Drow Ranger,
He didn't
sweeping
kick.
dart as well. Kick not there in time. Snowball further forward. Kick on, that is a tree instead. So Blackfrath in danger, but Drow still fine. Blackfrath is dead. Radiant one forward, looking for DKMP. Spear missed by
Is he
Hobbs.
alive?
Sounds to be there on 3 from Webby.
No,
And
he's super
DKMP
dead.
will tick down to the False Promise ending. So, again, good 1 for 1. Barracks still alive. Sure, the T3 was taken, but if you're Bouche, you're happy with that one for sure.
I'm pretty sure DKMP just fucked up their. If he just kicked back, the Drow, who he was snowballed on, the game would have ended. The Drow would have just diebacked.
Mhm.
The game would have been over. But he snowballed the Drow and he kicked the tree. They were like standing on top of each other. I think maybe he misclicked it.
I think you got too fancy on that one. Whenever my charge comes through, Drow is hitting. Fox gets annihilated by Yes Sir. And it's going to be a double kill for Yes Sir and the Drow Ranger. Roshan's not alive. Roshan cannot be alive. Does not stop the Radiant from pouring into the Roshan pits. But just like that, we're now running it down the middle lane. Ricky and Tusk have buyback. Oracle does not.
Yeah, this game, as bad as it looks with no buyback, 17k lead, it's very winnable for Radiant here. I think it's a really good Drow game still. She has good matchups against all the cores. And she, again, has 4 walls in front of her. So if she's able to attack, if she's able to, proc her ult a few times, get her E out there in the fights, she will shred everybody on Dire. It's just a matter of if she's able to hit.
Wait,
And
they have
she got
DP
the
outside
feedback.
of the base. DP is dead. But Webby does have a buyback.
Yeah. That's like the. I mean, I don't know. He should not be dying like this.
I agree.
Just falling asleep at the wheel.
That's
Like
full
you're not
set
gonna
taken
defend.
mid.
You're not gonna defend solo, so you should just like AFK in fountain.
Oh, after
and
those
wait.
TP got canceled by Kubrick. Another great charge from Kubrick. Afterglow has a BKB, a Trickster's Cloak, and an Enrage, but he's absolutely isolated. We're
Has his
announcing
own
a
cloak.
TP in by Fox. Fox will be there about 10 seconds.
Please blink.
Oh, never mind. Afterglow's just completely fine.
They could maybe turn this. They have an obs here on Dire, but Radiant's not gonna chase.
Man. That was almost
Very
a
scary.
huge play. That would have been huge if Ursa died there. But
Roche is up. I don't know, and they're going to it on Radiant. If they sneak Roche here, I think they will win this game actually. Webby's still dead. Drow will kill this in like 10 seconds. There's an Ags, maybe Viper, maybe Drow will steal it, but I don't think she should.
it will be
Yeah.
Roshan very low.
gonna be
DKMP, the only one
close.
nearby. And he will not blink in time. Edis goes to yes, sir. Over to Kubrick. He's been bashed by Afterglow. The arena will be there on to Afterglow's on the inside of said arena. Hobbs will reposition. Kubrick charges away, so Radiant get everything. Oh, there's Shees! Okay, they got everything. Never mind. Courier was there. Good job, Sweet the Courier. So all 4 items got taken there.
Yeah, this game went from like, what, 20k lead to a 5k lead in like
Mhm.
a few minutes.
Now, one might call that a comeback.
Yeah, I think Radiant looking pretty good here. Who took Ags? Did we see? Viper took Ags. Yeah, I mean the Ags is really good. You know, it even gives you a disarm. Could be okay. I mean, Ursa probably has enough purges. BKB, but the passive, I think it works on your Manta. So you can split the waves, and yeah, Radiant running towards this DP right now, and she's charged. They will see the Ursa with the charge vision.
Well, here we go. Ursa, the target, apparently. Spear will... Oh, perfect spear from Hobbs! The angle was absolutely perfect. He'll enrage and get false promised by Oracle, but it's still an airstrike forward by Kubrick. Afterglow now turns, whistle waiting the Drow Ranger. Drow has 2 lives, now has lost 1 life. Webby as the Exo Arena will be there on Ricky and Ursa's when he respawns. Yax is dead. Kick on Kubrick. The fight is chaos. Black Wrath is low. Black Wrath is dead. DKMP is low, and now Webby has distracted the entirety of the Radiant side. Back to the north side of the fight. Kubrick gets a punch to fight DKMP, and now they're brought down by the damage here. But no! The Invis keeps Kubrick alive. Dust is there, but perhaps it'll be a little too late now. Another 1-for-1 trade with DKMP and Kubrick going down both into the fight. Yes, sir. Is banding up on Afterglow. BKB's on cooldown. Ursa's being kited. The Ursa is dead. And Webby is now on the run. Exo will be ending Yax's dialect in this fight. Radiant are charging forward, literally and figuratively. Webby has been caught, has been stunned. The 2-man stun. The spear on DKMP. If he dies, that'll be a dieback. He's saved by Fox. Abyssal on Viper. Sweet as a cheese. Gets the cheese off. He'll now nosedive, trying to run. Purge comes through. Fortune's End keeps Viper in place. Punch on up. The charge on through. It's on 3. DKMP's dropping. Still kept alive. The multi-shot. The snowball. Sui is dead. DKMP is alive. Hobbs goes forward. Afterglow gets stunned. Afterglow is being kited. Afterglow has no buyback, but he's still enraged. Punch up, kick away. Drow Ranger has been brought away. Webby siphons up looking for Black Wrath. Charge through again. Once again on DP and Tusk. Dire have defended for now. Absolute chaos in the team fight. Both teams lose key buybacks. And the game continues.
Is under attack.
Crazy fight. No Aegis on Drow, but she has buyback. I think Radiant has their cooldowns on their buyback back. I think someone bought in that fight.
Ursa,
Viper.
Spirit Breaker, Viper, Ricky, 4 buybacks used in that fight.
And 3. So Mars, only one with buyback right now. DP and Drow are short gold.
Oracle just
and
got
Oracle
buyback.
just got it.
Just got buyback.
So this game, still pretty scary for both teams. It's like, now that Aegis is gone, still scary again for Radiant. And Dire still can win this game. Like, Viper's no buy, maybe they catch him out, maybe they find a pick, but it's really down to execution here. Playing on wards, if somebody gets picked off in the side lane, just small things like this can decide how this game ends. And Dire's gonna smoke it up. There's a charge going through. It did it. It didn't break the smoke.
Zero's so
They should
stupid.
not find this Drow.
Drow, I mean, Drow
Jeez.
is really deep in the trees right now.
She has the ninja gear. I think this item is broken. They should remove it. It's stupid. Smoke of the Seed is like the best item in Dota, and you just like get it for free.
At this
on one
point,
guy.
we're filling out the KU bingo card at this point. Ninja Gear OP, TB good, Ursa bad. This is like DP good. This is a full bingo card we're getting at this point.
Ricky stupid.
Okay, that's a universal opinion though. There's too many people in Dota.
Bottom lane.
Oh, bottom lane, snowball on Kubrick, kick away. Kubrick at long last may get punished for his transgressions. He'll BKB. Never mind. Wait, Abyssal Blade? No, not in range. Caster into Abyssal Blade just too long. Correction, just too short.
Yeah, that was Dota. I don't know. They can't kill this guy.
That was, I mean, that's accurate. That's an accurate statement, KU.
As we see here, there's a ward here for Radiant. They just killed the obs on Dire. They should, yeah, put a new one.
Yes,
Just blinked in
sir.
on Drow.
Sleeping Dart.
Make it kick
DKMP
back.
kicks him back, but Drow will BKB in time. Punch up on Drow. Drow's half HP. Dire focus, but cannot finish. Yes, sir. Ricky is dead, and yes, sir is still alive. Kick away on Sweep and my Bouche. They're running on forward. Charge through by Kubrick, focusing down the Oracle. False promises there on Tusk. Yes, sir is still fighting. Fox dead. Webby wants this Drow desperately. Punch up on Hobbs. Afterglow low. DKMP low. DKMP dead. Yes, sir, finally brought down, but yes, sir has a buyback. Sui is dead. That is a dieback. Down goes Ursa. That is a dieback. Webby's trying desperately in a 2v4. They bring down Hobbs, but now it's Webby in a lot of danger.
with the
He's
double.
healing up. Wait, correction. It's actually only a 2v2 now. Webby has turned the 2v4 into a 2v2. It's currently Drow and Spearpicker versus Oracle and DP. Drow has immense damage
should stay
charged through
together.
on Fox. That will certainly be a dieback when Oracle dies this time. And yes, sir, one more false promise. I think Drow still has enough damage to bring down Fox. I believe not a Fox any more important. They want to go on the DP once again. Oracle gets to the fountain. Oracle still alive actually. And now DP leaves, looking for Spirit Breaker, silencing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Goes Invis, breaking Webby. They're man fighting. Drow likely to win the man fight, but Ricky is responding in 8 seconds. Yes, sir. It's half HP in the Dire base. Now leaving. Yes, sir. And Kubrick could not finish the kills. Somehow,
flicker.
some way. The game continues.
The flicker saves the DP. She's not getting slowed. She can dispel the slow and the silence from Drow. That could have been bad. DP does still have buy. I think, is that the only hero? I can't. Mars has buy again, and DP has buy. Everyone else is on cooldown.
If you told me in that fight that that literally the Tusk and the Ursa would both die back and yet suddenly the game wouldn't end, I wouldn't have believed you.
At this Oracle bought back, she ran in, finished off 2 kills with the flames. And Webby was doing a lot of work in that fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just getting in the back. He didn't actually blink, but he had flicker and he looked like he blinked into the back with it. As Drow,
This time, Fox may get punished. Every item in Fox's inventory is being used, but it will not stop a dieback on Oracle. That's Oracle dead for 112 seconds. And guess who's alive for the 5th time this game? It's our good friend Roshan. And well, it's a bad day to be Rosh. I believe this is the 7th Rosh death of the series. It's a rough day to be a Roshan.
It's a really hard death to have as Oracle here. You should just sit in the base. Like, your team is spawning in 10 seconds. And I know you want to put your wards, but you cannot do this alone. You're on dieback. It's just too late in the game to be dying like this. And then they get giga punished by the instant Rosh spawn. They left the cheese in the pit again.
But it's been a trend. It's been a trend at this point. I mean, this has happened twice.
Okay, he went back for it on Viper. They got it again. Everything is okay. There's still one dead. Oracle is doing a lot of work in these fights. The saves are really important. The dispels for the Drow and the tree, Viper.
Sleep. Okay, he's fine.
All very important parts of Dire's fight. Maybe they'll be able to stall here. They have some okay stalling spells and the threat of the kick. Like, sleeping dart into kick is a little scary. And this guy is just charging into the tier 4s. I guess.
Kubrick did it too, man.
And I think Drow is drawing a line in the bottom somewhere. So
That's probably the most important lane to push in. I mean, Dire have equilibrium in that lane, so pushing that in makes a lot of sense.
Gonna try to get this tier 2. But everybody is alive on Dire. And the most important thing is you need to take a fight on a ward, or you need to kick back a guy into, like, insta-death. So maybe they'll try at high ground where the kickback is stronger. Maybe they'll try and camp a ward. Maybe they will AFK because they're scared, and then they will just lose the game. We'll see. 3 minutes until neutrals. I don't know that the game will go that long.
Usually when a caster mentions tier 5 neutrals, the game is not long for life. It's going to end in like 1 minute, so... Let's see how the game ends in a minute, shall we? Webby? Okay, Webby keep it away in time. Will not get cancelled by Kubrick? Okay. Well, for a second he was going to complete that shard.
I also thought he might go for it. Look at this cute little play. They're healing the illusion, the Manta of Drow, and they're hitting with the real. And she's getting a lot of damage here.
That is actually really cheeky.
Yeah, that's the little things that'll get you some tower damage here. Now they're doing it again, but now it's just illusions hitting.
Wait! Oh, no, the kick's the wrong direction! DKMP! A rare second to late game. Now Hobbs in the arena on DKMP and Webby. DKMP snowballs, drowns forward, has 2 lives. Sleep Dart gets dodged. So both teams use some ulties. The tower gets damage to live, but DKMP. Maybe a little bit of late game, maybe a little bit of late game panic there from DKMP. The kick in the wrong direction.
I think there's been a few times where he's kicked backwards. Oh,
wait, Webby.
Webby?
Somehow no stun on that one, but Webby is extraordinarily deep because of that.
BKB?
He'll BKB. He'll get healed up with false promise by Fox. Now it's Afterglow coming on in. Looking for this blade there on the Drow. Ranger Hobbs in the arena, spearing back to Ricky as well. Hobbs is dead. Drow loses 1 life. Sui is now the new target. Yes, sir, is respawned. BK being Hobbs buys back. Kubrick darts forward, finding the Ursa Bear. DKMP, the alternative targets brought down by Drow. Kubrick is the trade. Kubrick buys back Drow, forces in a bold play. Now has another BKB from, I'm not entirely sure where, I think a refresher orb, but now, yes, sir, has a silence. Sweet, takes some dire side damage. Nullifier forward, Hobbs' spear on Ursa. Ursa is still alive, the defensive enrage. Snowball stuns on 4 heroes, but Radiant focus. They want Ursa desperately. Radiant run everybody in, hitting DKMP. DKMP is low. DKMP has dieback. And now Hobbs again forward, spearing back on Oracle. Good target to find. Drow splits her attention. Hobbs is low, but so is Fox. So is Webby, and Afterglow is being kited around. Disarm, silence broken, and everything on top of the Ursa Bear. All the debuffs in the world. Hobbs is dead. Afterglow is the trait. Afterglow buys back immediately. Hobbs has dieback. Kubrick is distracting. Radiant kill the bottom barracks. 2 racks now for Bouche, and it's disengage time. Currently that 4v4. And Bouche seemed to be content with a sloppy messy but beautiful team fight win.
Yeah, I think this Tusk should have bought way earlier. But he was just holding buyback. He bought, and then like they're forcing it a little, and he just like blinks in and dies back, which is really sad to see.
Okay, so yes, sir, just got an Apex and just got a double damage rune. His damage is absolutely out of control. Ursa is being destroyed! That's a dieback on Ursa! Fox has been bashed! This game's looking real over right now. Drow is out of control. Overgrowth hits on one. Oracle will try to save herself. Webby is trying to salvage this game, but Drow, he's being distracted. Drow being distracted. Webby has room to fight. Problem is, there's just so many dead heroes. No Tusk, no Ursa, no Ricky. Ricky has buyback. The two cores do not. Yes, sir. Luckily, could not kill Fox for whatever's sake, but now it's yes, sir, going for megas. There are no creeps in the base. Sleeping Dart will delay things by a few more seconds. A 3v4 defense. Exo is ending soon. Drow again, the target, has the Nanta, hits Webby, and Webby remains alive. Sui, Hurricane Pikes forward, looking for anything, but again, fantastic kiting from whatever. Kubrick has the off-angle charge, finds Oracle. T3 tower, the target. Top tower dead, top range racks dead. Megas acquired. And now, under tier 4s, whatever
Tusk
fight
has the
as
kick.
for, Tusk has kicked back Black Wrath, but he's still alive. Snowball stuns, punch up, brought down, now 3v4, 4v4, once again, Dire, kite around, they're trying to buy time. Drow is still man fighting,
Another
but is
kick.
slept. Kick available. Drow in the fountain. Half HP, taking so much damage. Drow is satanic. Drow is healed up entirely. The huge She's heal on top of that one. What a great attempt. The damage may be lacking.
Kick.
Kubrick in the fountain. Kubrick is brought down, but a throne is exposed. The tier 4 is dead. Radiant, focus. Bouche will defeat whatever in a 2-0 victory. And they have secured the final spot in the top 3.
I'm gonna say it. Ursa's a shit hero. No, I'm just kidding. No. I mean, that was great by Radiant. They were able to hold on. They punished Dire really hard. Like, Dire should have won this game. They should have just closed it out. But they dove a little too deep. They ran out of steam. Their Oracle had no mana because they were fighting for like 3 minutes inside Radiant's base. And then I don't know, they got picked on the map after, and then it was all Radiant from there. But really, really close, exciting game. Definitely tough for Dire to lose that way, their season to end, but it was a nice try.
Another heartbreaking playoff defeat for whatever. And again, another deep playoff run, but another deep playoff heartbreak. And at this point, I mean, Bouche, top 3. We have our top 3. It's going to be losers finals. Bouche versus Rico is smiling. The winner plays Cuban Extraction team in the grand finals. Again, going into the season, 3 teams people would not have expected who performed as well as they have. The preseason favorites, the prognosticators' favorites, they have fallen. It's the underdogs, the comeback kids, and the perhaps the dream stories that have made it to the top 3 now.
Yeah. We saw, this Radiant team, they had a really clean game where they rolled, but they also showed that they can have a rough game and bring it back, so they're able to stay composed. And being able to do that's really important, especially as you get later into the bracket. So be excited to see how they do going forward.
At this point, I mean, I'm ready. I don't think I'll be casting. I mean, maybe I'll be casting losers finals. If for some, I mean, unless BTS just ensures that I can't work grands, I'll be doing grands. That'll be a fun time. But I probably will give losers finals up as a courtesy to my fellow casters. But still, I'm looking forward for some more playoffs. When losers finals and of course grand finals are scheduled, you will hear about that one in the lads Discord. Thanks for coming on, Kay. You got any final words, call out, shout, say to the people of League of Lads?
Yeah, I just would like to say I would have never lost on Ursa like this. I have picked a different hero, any other hero in the game. Shout out to Kobe, shout out to Foreplay, shout out to Pydoc, shout out to Joe,
Joe, Rick.
and yeah, GG's.
All right, my name is Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments. If you were a pro tournament organizer looking to hire me and Logical or me and an analyst of your choosing for your events, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2, or on Discord, BadgerNer5713. Congratulations to my Bouche on the 2-0 victory. One game in dominant fashion, one game in epic comeback fashion. I look forward to seeing the losers finals, whether I'll be casting or I'll be in the Twitch chat spectating. Thank you again to all the viewers for tuning on in for what was a pretty good 2-0 series. As always, thank you for watching and have a great night.